enough black and white talk.
Enough, you blasphemy the black and white.
Yeah, I feel like digging myself a hole. You cropped already. You immediately crop images, don't you?
Am I being too nice?
Are we giving away threes? Is that what you're saying?
But would I put this on my website and be like, this photo represents me and my style? Welcome to Critique the Street, where my good friend Mike Chudley and myself are going to dissect and discuss the street photos that you have sent in. So, who are we? Mike has been getting paid for creating photo and video content for over 10 years, and more recently has been focusing his endeavours on street photography. And I am JP, a full-time creator working for the likes of Ferrari, Nike and Puma. And it is an understatement to say that we love street photography. Mike's been creating weekly videos on street photography for years, and I attribute 99% of my successes to street photography. And today we're going to be following a very similar format to the excellent series run by by F-Stoppers Critique the Community, but our focus is just on street photography. And we've asked you to submit your photos to be critiqued, and we are going to share our brutal and honest review of these images, scoring them from 1 star through to 5 star. And our goal is to help the community level up and take better photos. When giving feedback, we are going to be objective, and chances are we wouldn't have thought of that in the moment, so please take that into account. So, what is the criteria? 1 star, anyone could have taken this photo. 2 stars, clearly a photographer has taken this photo, but there are clear signs of improvement. 3 stars, this is a great image, and crucially, this would go into our portfolio. Number 4, this image, wow, very unique. A great photographer, if they're lucky, is going to shoot 1, maybe 2 of these every year. And a 5-star image is world class. This image lives in your head rent-free, and most great photographers, will never shoot a 5-star image in their life. Please bear in mind that the audio in this is not quite where I want it to be, but we will improve for next time. So with all of that said, this is the first time we're seeing these images. So let's go. Cool. Right, Mike. You pick first. What number are we going for?
Let's go for 36. Let's go for the last
36. Okay.
Okay. Lots to look at.
Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1.
2.
Go on, you go first.
It's appealing to look at. Lots of detail. The colours are okay. It's all in a foreign language, so I don't know what I'm looking at. But anyone could have taken it. You just had to be there. Is that the only criteria? Being there with the camera and then composing it somewhat straight? Yeah. It looks okay. It's not bad.
I think that you can tell what photographer has taken this. In the edit, it is very nice edit.
That's true. But
yeah, to me, it's like there's no decisive moment. There's nothing here. Well, the thing that's really drawing my eyes is the lights and the signs.
Yeah.
But what is it about the lights and signs that's drawing your attention?
So the lights and signs have got my attention, but then I keep looking down at the 3 people, but my eyes have got no answer to why I'm looking down at them, because they're not doing anything. So if they were doing something, or there was something interactive going on in the bottom third, that might make it a little bit better, but for me, it's just signs and colour taken at night.
Yeah, so
I think it might actually be better without the people.
Because then the emphasis is more on
the architecture, the colour, and then you maybe punch in a bit more as well. But yeah.
I think so too.
Number 32. Quality. Does this look much better quality than?
3, 2, 1.
3. You go first.
Okay. I love how many different shades of green there are in this.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. The colour is very nice.
I've never realised that there's that many shades of green. And then to have just, well, it's all like green, browns, yellows. And then this woman she's even got green sandals. Jesus. That is a spot.
Green sandals on the little green leaves next to it. It's just like...
It's so good. And then to have those bright blue jeans then makes her stand out in this scene. So you've got almost like 2 subjects. You've got the colour green that's everywhere. And then you've got all like the textures of the light and whatever, and then her. And it's those 2 that are like, this is good.
And the texture and the dark shades of the leaves and the shadows and her hair.
that works. Like the shapes of the shadows, the shadows are creating movement. Like this looks like a lively scene, and her hair looks great.
Yeah.
The subject, great choice of subject. Someone with flat hair, someone with long flat hair, or no hair, or a hat, or wouldn't have been as good as this.
No.
I think that's why this is a solid 3 in my opinion.
You can tell these are JP followers.
Some of them are my followers.
Because they're black and white.
Because they're black and white and shapey.
1, 2, 3.
So close to a 3.
Same. You want a 2?
I
didn't see what your fingers. I thought it was going to
yeah,
fall there.
No, not 4. Like, this spot is crazy.
Where is this?
Where is this? I want to go and visit this place.
The potential of subjects in the reflection and subjects on the escalator is crazy.
Literally. All you have to do is be waiting at the bottom of this, facing up at the reflection, to get someone looking up.
Talk to me about crops. If you just get rid of the bottom half, because you know what that is, it's an escalator, but if you showed me an image where something interesting was happening, cropped in on reflections, I'm like, what is, how? Like, I love that.
What is going on? Yeah.
But that isn't the case for this image. Very close to being a 3. It could be a 3, but if you know how to use a camera, you could take that photo.
I think that someone who has an eye for shape, lines, and direction should be.
Sure.
This is so much more than a normal 2. This is clearly someone's thought about it, but I think that there just needs to be just that tiny bit more. And I think that this could almost go to, if you played around in this spot, you could get 4.
100%.
Because I think that this subject, if we were able to get a reflection of her, neat, well balanced within one of these little mirrors on the ceiling, that would be insane.
Why is there mirrors on the ceiling?
That's so cool. And the fact that they're all just like different shapes, that would be so much fun to play with.
But she's on her phone.
See, in a vlog that we're coming up, I talk about why I don't think it's actually a bad thing to be on phones. I think that yes, it is kind of annoying from a street photography perspective to like always have someone on the phone. I get that. But I think that that is like indicative of this time. In 40 years, we're going to have some sort of like chip implant in our heads.
100%.
And we're going to look back at images and be like, that was a crazy time.
Everyone's head's down.
When everyone's head was down, everyone's always on their phone.
Yeah.
Oh, what, you didn't just like load maps into like your eye,
Yeah. I get that.
heads up display.
But I want to take a photo now that excites me a little bit. The looking back in 40 years time, going, wow, look at everyone's necks. Why is everyone on their phone?
What's everyone?
is a great bonus in 40 years time.
But not right now.
But not right now, because like we're living in it, and people on their phone just like. Do you know what I'm thinking? Again, cropping on the mirrors because they're fantastic. 2 people pointing at each other.
That would be
a relationship between subjects in the mirrors.
Yeah.
God,
or between a single subject looking up at the reflection,
so
looking at the photographer who's clearly looking up at that.
Get a selfie in there. Get a selfie in there. Like, yeah. This is the serious potential. And
where is this?
Yeah, I would love to play around at this spot. And you just like it because it's black and white as well.
Yeah. Number 3. I have literally, this is in Rome. I've literally just come back. My hotel was just round the corner from this.
No way.
I remember walking past this being like, I should really take a photo of this.
And you didn't.
And I didn't.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Interesting.
So I like this. I think that this has potential.
Massively.
But I think that, to me, I think there's too much dead space. The sign right at the top is far too high in the frame to include it. I think that that is pulling the eye far too far away from the subject. That feels very separate to what's going on. And I think, again, a tighter crop where you've got the 2 guys looking at the dude walking, or the 2 murals of the guy walking with the bird above his head. That is a nice shot. This. I'll throw it up on screen.
The little crop there is already a bit nicer, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly
what
I've
you've done. Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I think the timing's great. The spacing of the image is great, whether you want to crop it or not. I think it's balanced, it's composed well. I love a bit of that guy's hair. It's just, that makes it a 3 in my opinion, because the subject could be better. I mean, the best would be a kid waving his arms or something. Just some strong relationship connection between the subject and the background, or the background and the subject, however you want to look at it. Or a guy with a hat, or a guy with a trench coat, and anything to make the relationship between the murals and the subject. I mean, the guy's got Coca-Cola, the mural's got bloody hands, the red works. It's little details like that my eye like notices. You know, if this was in a book and I'm flicking through, every time I get to it, I probably notice something else. If we had longer to look at it, you could probably pick up more details. But yeah, I like the hair and the spacing and the timing of the image is nice, and I think it makes me smile a little bit. I think it's a nice image.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would be at this if I lived in Rome. I'd be at this spot every time I'm around that area. I'd go to it all the time, waiting for the perfect. I mean, like, I'm already imagining a kid reaching up for something as if he's going for the bird. Like, this is endless amounts.
Yeah,
when
when
you've got a good background like this, the possibilities are infinite.
Yeah.
And the background will always be there, but the subject will always be different. So.
And there's a really nice coffee shop, literally
winning.
Like 6 meters.
I'd make that a route. I'd be like, go to the coffee shop, get some caffeine, stand here for 3 hours.
Wait.
11. I've got to feeling you like this.
Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
This is a good 3. This is a solid 3.
This is solid 3. I think this is really interesting because you've got very clear subject who is assuming. He's clearly walking, he's clearly moving. I like that there's a gradient from super bright above his head, getting darker and darker, which then means that he's kind of like coming out of the darkness into this patch of light. You've clearly seen the scene, waited, and been aware of it. But the thing that interests me, you've got this big diagonal line cutting through, but is there some sort of like reflection going on up in the top right?
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know, it interests me from like a graphic point of view, like graphic design, where it's just like textures, the elements that just nicely kind of go together and fit with the image.
Okay.
It could, I mean, I don't think it is, but it could have been a double exposure.
So let's just quickly talk about the subject before I explain why the rest of the image looks really nice. The subject's great. You've got the shape of the person. You can see the silhouette is so clear.
Yeah.
My eyes are not questioning what's going on here. It looks great. They're centered. I love that in the lower third. I like the position of everything in this image. The black and white's cool. It's a nice touch. I imagine the scene's not got much colour anyway, so black and white's nice.
Make it feel more cohesive.
And the reflection, like you said, it looks like this, possibly an escalator, whatever this is, lines up with some stairs that's maybe behind him. And there's a reflection, or her, whoever took it. The reflection is lining up. But then I'm thinking, just because it's fun, how many triangles can you see in this scene? So many, if you start looking. Triangle of his legs.
Oh, wow.
Triangle with a diagonal going through is cutting the almost triangles. You've got triangles in the windows. You've got so many triangles.
Triangles in the other side, the window.
It's like such a strong theme without it being... I mean, I don't think it's that intentional. The scene was silhouette, subject, sharp, cutting, you know, shapes.
Yeah.
I love that there's the theme here is triangles.
Maybe that's why
Diagonal, yeah.
it feels so cohesive as an entire image.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice. This is good.
Your turn, you pick another one.
Let's go number 17, John Wells.
Ooh, skateboarding.
You're gonna like this, aren't you?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
And all of these are going to be a 2.
I know. For me, there's a couple of things. Obviously, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, immediately, our subjects, the interest, isn't in focus. But like, you have good photos that your subject isn't perfectly sharp, but the things that are sharp in this are taking my attention away.
Yeah.
So like, you've got the people in the background, but then also this is such a sick scene. I think that this is so cool. But if they were to go, if the camera was to be, I don't know, take few steps to the right, a few steps to the left. So it was these two people, the skater and the breakdancer, on clear sky.
Yeah.
That would instantly make this photo stand out and be like, wow, that is cool, that is well thought out. They've thought about this. Whereas, so this is a brilliant decisive moment, but not composed or executed well.
Yeah, I don't like the trees are distracting me from the skater. Like you said, everything else that's sharp distracts me from what's actually going on. And coming from a skateboard photography background, I want to see the front of the skater. In the skate world, it's like an ass shot, which is less appealing. Same with street photography, you want to get the face, not on the back of the head. Same with skateboarding. The guy doing the tricks on his arms, breakdancing, whatever he's doing, is cool, but switching up the angle, so the skater was in the sky, so he was clearly defined, and we were looking more from the skater's front on. That would have made it a better, a more executed photo.
I agree. I hope that we don't agree with everything.
Yeah, so do I.
Say something controversial.
Okay, you pick a number.
Lucky number 13.
Okay.
Ooh. 3,
3, 2, 1. See, I was almost at 3.
Me too.
Because the subject is fantastic.
Yeah, he is so interesting. But I feel like there's too much else going on.
Yeah.
And there's not enough. Yeah, again, I think a crop in would instantly make this better. Although I like the blue at the top, the blue on the sign, the blue hair, and the blue shorts.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're too far away from each other.
Yes, not an easy experience for my eyes to collect it all together because they're too separated. So maybe the blue sign and the blue hair on a crop would have been nicer.
Yeah, because then you've got the blue, the yellow, and the yellow and the orange of his vest and t-shirt is then complementary to the yellow of the walls. I think that a tighter crop, that would be a 3.
And it's composed pretty well. It's straight, exposed pretty well. The light and shadow's cool. It's not too harsh on my eyes. You know, I do like the image. I'd be happy if I took that. If it looks like you're in like Valencia or something and you're traveling, and that's a great image to take. But it's kind of one of the photos that we'll go on to the next photo and I will forget about it.
Yeah,
because it's not screaming. Yeah, but subject's cool. I'd be like, oh, look at that guy just went past. Yeah. That was interesting.
That would be the kind of guy where I would run to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because you never know. He's going around this corner. It's cobbles. He may fall over. Yeah. He may crash into something.
And he's going to stop at some point for some reason. So him, like in my head, I'm already imagining him struggling to carry that around. Like maybe he's about to jump on a tram with it, and he's like fumbling with it. Like because he's the most interesting part about this. So I want to see more of him. Whereas this street and the nice light will be here forever, probably. So
yeah, literally.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Number 9.
No. I know you're gonna give this.
What?
A 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm like, what are you gonna give it? Let's get right now, you as well.
What do you think I'm gonna give it?
A 4.
No, I think this is a 2.
It's interesting because it's a protest of some kind, so there's already some strong subjects or should be strong subjects. Like the story is easy to like. It's easy to know what's going on. And I like that there's a guy in there when there's another guy in the background as well, so it doesn't make it that strong. But looks like
March for Mummies.
Exactly, and there's one guy.
March of the Mummies.
Yeah. When things get shitty, we change them. Yeah, we get it. We understand what this is about. And there's one guy in there, so this kind of works.
Again,
but it's not that nice on my eyes.
No.
Yeah.
But I think that because this guy.
Let me guess. But if you had a crop,
if you add, honestly, guys, please crop your images. Yeah, I think get rid of the top, so it's like a landscape, because he's looking. Our subject, the thing that is in focus, where our eye is immediately drawn to, is looking at this girl,
which is almost like the second subject because we can see the sign so well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, is this his wife? Is this someone else who's not his girlfriend who's looking intently at? Like, that starts to add questions. But when it's so wide.
And the spacing of the subjects isn't that clear. I know this is a protest, so it's going to be difficult, but there's like all of these people in the frame that don't add anything. So I don't know.
Well, they have the context that it's a march.
They do. If this was displayed as the crop, I think I might have given it a 3.
Me too. Me too. Let's do 25.
Black and white.
Big up the black and white gang.
I want to see some colour, man. I want to see some fantastic use of colour. Ready?
No, but alright. 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
See, because this has so much potential. Because everyone is like looking at this guy going to the cash point.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy looking over his shoulder, there's a kid looking at him, the guy in the shop is looking at him, the guy coming out of the shop is looking at him. But it doesn't feel...
It's just something not clicking for you.
There's something not clicking.
Tell you what I love, that I can't take my eyes off of. The white circles.
And the guy's head.
And the guy's head and the hood. The shape is very satisfying.
Yeah.
And obviously that they're all looking over at this guy. But the white hat, the helmet, also there's a theme of white circles here.
Mm.
And that to me required, I mean, I don't know if that was the intention of the photo, but that's a level of awareness that is satisfying because they're 3 totally different things all playing together. And the reflection in the building in the background, like the architecture, is just a nice bit of detail.
But
It adds a sense of, I think I'm in London, you know?
But like, if the guy with the white helmet was walking across to the left,
Like
this guy was looking back, that white square wasn't there.
Yeah.
And you just had all of those white circles. Banger.
Yeah.
That would be so fantastic.
You're looking at a 4 if you could get a clean theme of white circles like that with no distraction.
But to me, that isn't what this photo is.
No.
This photo is something about this cash point, but there's no... I'm not interested in what's actually going on the cash point.
Yes. They're all looking at something that doesn't appear to be anything.
Yeah.
But it's nicely balanced and it's composed well and the lighting's cool and there is some things you can find if you look at it. That's why I've gone for a 3.
True.
Because if I'm flicking through this, I see it once, okay, I come back in 2 weeks, I see it again. Oh, I didn't notice that. And I see it again and I'm like, okay, what is this guy?
But do you look at it again in 2 weeks? I would.
Yeah, good point, yeah.
If someone said to me, look at this, and then 2 weeks later was like, look at this again, try find stuff, then yeah, then you're finding stuff. But to me, if this came up on Instagram isn't the be all end all, but if it came up on Instagram,
It's not getting your attention, scroll past. What, even if it's black and white?
there's a lot of black and white on my feed.
I think it's okay. I think it required more than just a photographer to take it. Into like a 2 would be okay. Anyone with a camera. I don't think anyone with a camera would take this. But it is.
But would you put that in your portfolio?
Nah.
Your portfolio?
No.
No. Then
You're making it sound like my portfolio is the most important thing, but
you always harp on about my portfolio. When was the last time you updated yours?
months ago.
If I ever have like a big shoot, I try and update it. But my personal one, bro, I need to
Yeah.
work on it.
Fine. Yeah. 2 or a 3. But I've gone for a 3 because I'm feeling generous.
35.
Read that one, Nimble.
No.
Okay. Great quality image. I'm saying that straight away.
With our criteria of 3 being my portfolio, that then makes it, because I'm so like,
Are we giving away 3s? Is that what you're saying?
I think we're almost giving away 3s. Because you're going to give this a 3.
No, I'm not. yeah.
Because like, there's so many things in this that I like. But would I put this on my website and be like, this photo represents me and my style? I don't think I could do that.
The colours are nice.
The colours are nice. The fact that she's wearing blue and is matching blue.
Blue and white.
The only other colour is like tan. And she is tanned.
Exactly.
Like that, fantastic. But would this be a photo that you would show clients, that you would show someone that was like, Mike, I want to see your like best street photography? Would this be?
No, it wouldn't. But it's nice on my eyeballs. It does look good.
But it is nice to look at.
It's clean, taken well, composed well. And
Yeah.
the colours are nice. I can't.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, you know.
No, it's very satisfying.
Yeah, that's the word.
If someone was like, I shot this on film, this is my holiday snaps, I'd be like,
You've
nice.
got an eye.
Yeah, tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap, tap,
Okay.
enjoy. But would I put that in my portfolio?
So you give it a 2.
Yes.
To me, it's taken too well for it to be a 2. But also wouldn't classify it as portfolio to be a 3.
No.
So what about 2.5?
2.5 is cop out. Which way are you going? Are you putting this on your website?
No, let's give it a good 2.
Okay, solid
solid
2.
two.
Solid 2. Alright.
Right, 34.
34? Tap, tap, tap,
I
tap.
wish people would start thinking with colour.
I love that everyone's gone black and white.
Yeah, black and white's fine, but
I
It
like matching colours.
it eliminates.
Find the shape, bruh.
Yeah, but if you use black and white, it eliminates. Oh right, okay, I'm not going to be happy with any colours in this scene. Like it's like immediately just a level of photography where I'm like, all right, so I got to think of other stuff now.
But then you're so focused on shape. This
Yeah,
is,
no, I get it. I'm not saying black and white photography is worse or better than colour, but if I see an image, first judgment is, oh, no colour. We see in colour, don't we? We see in colour.
Yeah.
So if I see a black and white image, I immediately think, oh, you've just limited what my brain can do. I have to think restrictively. There is no colour to look at. But
What would Henry Cartier-Bresson say?
he would shoot in colour if he was here now. I reckon he would.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I think he would. I think all of the
Put it in words.
I
Put
think-
that in your email.
No. I think all of the greatest photographers, if they picked up photography in the 21st century, would immediately start in colour.
Yeah, go on.
Enough black and white talk.
Enough
I feel like I'm
you blasphemy the black and white.
Yeah, I feel like
BMW game.
digging myself a hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're never allowed to shoot black and white ever again.
I'm going to do a whole month of black and white now. Just to prove to you I do like it. Ready? 3. You cropped already. You immediately crop images, don't you?
Yeah. That's just how my
Let's get
mind
that
works.
1 megapixel going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. You got 3 for black and white.
Maybe a 2.
This is-
maybe a 2. Maybe a 2. Maybe,
Pigs are flying.
maybe a
Jeez.
2. Maybe a 2. Because your reaction's throwing me off. It looks better smaller. Your iPad smaller. It looks a bit better.
Yeah.
That is a nice shot. That right there is a 3.
Yeah, if you had submitted that, woman perfectly in the gap, shape,
Oof.
depth,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah, I take back my 3. It's not 3 because I'm looking at all of this and nothing is going on.
No, you just,
But that's
That's
well.
nice.
That's well timed.
that is well timed. That is, someone's thought about that, someone's waited.
That's why I said 3. But again, the rest of it doesn't really work with it. Nothing's going on.
Bruh, crop to that, please.
I'd love to someone in the comments to just get a crop tally. How many
Uh,
times James Parson loves it. Yeah, it's all right. I know this is a Barbican and colour at Barbican's pretty naff, so I appreciate the black and white. Probably.
No, you said you hate black and white.
I hate it.
Just own it. Say it with your chest, man.
Most black and white photos are naff though. You probably say that about colour though. Most colour photos are naff.
But most people shoot in colour.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
There's more opportunity for them to be naff.
Okay.
Alright, so if you crop in 3 as is,
2.
2. Gang, we had so much fun shooting that video, so if you're looking forward to next time, leave a comment below so we know to do it again. Yeah, on that note, thank you very much everyone who's been buying me coffees. It means the world. Catch you in the next one.